Okay, we are live. Let's see if it is working. If you're on, or if you come on, let me know that you can hear us, you can see us. Can you see us?
Oh, I don't know.
Go on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Came up.
So, I know that this is gonna play on like replay. You can go and you can access this. But for anybody who hops on, let me know. We are going to be talking about budgeting as a couple and also answering some of your questions. So I feel like I lost an earring. This earring kept falling off.
It's there.
Okay. But again, if you are on, let me know by saying, hey. Oh, you got it up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
Did
you
you
being...
want to put it over
No,
there?
you're fine. Just leave it
because
there.
I got to look at the questions.
Okay. Let me pull up if the responses from you guys on my computer. So let's see if I can do that. How do I mute? Okay, here we go. Hey, how are you? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is having a great new year so far. We're almost done with January. Can you mute that?
Oh.
I'm hearing myself talk back on his phone.
I'm going to take it out because I got to go too.
Yeah, we have it here. So, but again, I'm so grateful for each one of you who have been a part of our whole YouTube world here. And you guys are really loving my husband. I wonder why. I don't know. But, so we have my husband here on this Q&A, and I'm really excited to answer the questions that you all submitted on my Instagram. Now, if you are not following me on Instagram, that's kind of where I talk about my daily, like, frugal life and different things, personal. But we asked you on Instagram to send us any questions so that we can answer it tonight. You gotta say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Say hello. You're good.
Okay. Because I felt like I had to go like this because I wasn't.
We're adjusting to the setup, guys. So first thing that I wanted to talk about, an experience that my husband had at the grocery store. So we had been asked and we've been requested. We have been requested.
I don't know which is that.
It's been requested for us to do a grocery haul and like how we do our grocery shopping. And I've said this in a few of the videos that we do grocery pickup using Instacart or the Walmart grocery pickup, the Walmart grocery shopping. And it's been a lifesaver. It really has. So if you've used that, if you've ever tried it, let me know what your experience was. But we love it. We absolutely love it. And my dogs are fighting. Can you stop?
Hey, quiet.
Can you just stop, please? Just stop.
Go over there.
Okay. Sorry if you heard that. But tell them your story.
I went grocery shopping last week. And I was gone for like 2 hours. And then I realized how much I really like the pickup. Because you don't gotta be in the store for over an hour. And yeah. Because you have to go back and forth. I had a list. And you're going by the list. And then you're picking something up. And you don't realize that something else on the list is like in the next aisle over. So you have to be going back and forth, and you're just like, I was just over there. So you have to go back and then come back.
If you've experienced that, you who have gone shopping.
Hour. I didn't realize
yeah,
that it takes that long.
Yeah. Because this is something that we've done for a few months now.
Yeah.
It's been like maybe 5 months.
Not that
4.
much.
It's been a little while. Hi, Christy. How are you? So it's been a while since we've been using the grocery pickup, and we love it. It's been a great experience, and it has allowed us to save money on our grocery bill. So it's funny. So when he left the grocery store, he calls me up, and I was at our life group meeting. So my church meets every week at different places, and so I was at this group, and he calls me, and he's like, "Lizzie, I love Walmart grocery pickup." He was like real serious, like real strong. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's good. He's like, you don't understand. I'm just now leaving Walmart. At that time, it was like after 9. It was almost 10 o'clock. It's like 9:40. It was 9:40. He calls me and he's like, I'm just now leaving the store. I've been gone for like 2 hours. And Walmart grocery pickup really has saved us a lot of time, and we love it. Okay, I have comments. Plan with Nicole says, I love walking around the supermarket. It's my alone time. Well, some people enjoy it, and
Listen,
I
don't know where they're from, but come to Central Florida and go to Walmart in Orlando or somewhere. You won't like it anymore. Because there's way too many people.
There is so many people in Florida. And, I'm going to change the subject. But we are Puerto Rican. My husband has family in Puerto Rico. And many of you who watch the news and you hear everything that's happening in Puerto Rico, it's devastating. But because of those situations, since Hurricane Maria, a lot of families have left Puerto Rico to start lives and start over here in Central Florida, because it is very well known everybody speaks Spanish in Central Florida, pretty much. Everyone.
When Maria
speaks Spanish.
came, it was something like 500 people a week or something like that, or I can't remember what it was, but it was a lot of people coming from Puerto Rico. So.
Oh, she's from Australia.
Oh.
Regional Australia. Okay.
It's probably very different there. It's probably nice to shop in Australia.
Yeah, I hear Australia is beautiful. But so, continuing on with Puerto Rico and everything that's been going on, with the earthquakes, a lot of families have now left Puerto Rico because they have nothing. Their homes have been destroyed. Their work has been destroyed. Schools. It's something that I can't even imagine. And you lived in Puerto Rico. Can you imagine having to deal with earthquakes and everything and the devastation? And your grandmother, and you have cousins there.
All my mom's side.
Yeah.
All of my mom's side is in Puerto Rico. Just one cousin had moved to New York a while ago, but everybody's over there.
Yeah. So, because we are right now in Central Florida, it's really populated, and they're building, and and don't get me wrong, we love living here, but it's just certain things. I'm like, can you just go home? Like, why going to work? Why does everybody in the household have to get in their car and leave? It seems like their mom, brother, daughter, cousin, dog is on the road.
They all have a car. Everybody has their own car.
Everyone does.
And everybody wants to be out at the same time.
Oh, Christy says she agrees. That's true. I vacationed in Orlando in July and it was madness. Yes. The population of Miami is worse than Orlando.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I hear it's really bad.
I hear it's so bad. I can't even imagine. Well, you deal with the traffic more than I do on a daily basis. So, but anyways, That's just, I lost track of what we were saying. What was the main point?
I don't know where you were going with it.
I don't know where I was going with this. See, this is why I like, I usually like write out when I do my videos, but lives, you guys are really seeing how like squirrel I am.
How squirrel.
Okay.
How squirrel. That's funny.
Anyways, I am like, all right. So don't mind me. This is just how I am, and my dog is choking. But so that was our experience with the whole Walmart grocery pickup, and we love grocery pickup because it saves us a ton of money. So we're gonna get into some of your questions that you guys had sent in on Instagram. So thank you guys so much for sending us questions. Let's just start with
What's
so they just commented, "Hi, naturally, Lizzie."
Oh, so
And
these are the questions?
These are the questions, like all of these.
Oh, okay.
So you start with the first one.
That's cool. They called me Emma. How do they know that?
Because you introduced yourself as Emma.
I did? Oh. I don't
This
remember.
is my husband, Emmanuel, but he goes by
Emma.
Emma.
I don't remember saying that. I don't know. I think it's cool because usually it's people that family and close friends call me that, or people that have known me for a while. I don't know. It's just somebody that I don't know that calls me Emma. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, it says, "Will Emma be more often in your videos now? Love watching you both together." I guess, yeah.
Does this answer your question?
I guess Thursdays this is gonna be a thing now. So.
Yeah, I always refer to you by Emma.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. All right, next one.
How long have you been married?
7 years.
Let's now together. We have been together for 11.
11.
So we started. He asked me to be his girlfriend in December of 2008. I know because I graduated high school in 2009. So that's how I know. And then we got married in September of 2012. So that's a little bit about us. Go to them. And if you guys have any questions for us about anything while you're on live, shoot it in the comments and we'll see if we can get to that. Because I tend to like
and
go off.
Lizzie was 21 when we got married. I was 23.
Yeah. I was 21. Oh.
Not a question, but love your channel and Instagram.
Thank you.
Are you debt free?
No.
No, not yet.
There was one.
What?
There was one more on the next
Oh.
one. We are not debt free currently, but we are what debt free?
Car debt free.
We're car debt free.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird doing this the following month's budget on our every dollar because we didn't have to put in a car payment line.
Yeah.
So now we're
nice.
able to we pretty much gave ourselves a raise.
Another raise.
Because before we had a $474 car payment for his truck, and then my car lease was $266. So just do the math on that one. There was one last.
And we probably, I'm pretty sure we would have been debt free right now. We just had to put it on hold. We were still making minimum payments on the credit cards on the one we have. Is it one?
We have one credit card.
So, but we had to put it on hold and just do the minimum. So because we had to get cars because we had leases and we had to get rid of them. Yeah, the time was coming to return them, so we needed a car. So we had to like really like be really extreme
Focused
with
on-
putting money aside to buy cars.
Yeah.
So,
So it's really nice.
but now it's gonna be nice because now we don't have the car payments. Now we can like go back to really hitting that debt.
There's a question. Oh, Christy Reed had asked, how high was your debt before your journey? I have everything in my notes app. My goal was to have like a blog, and I wanted to track, and I want to say it was over 10,000.
Yeah, if we go way back to New York, it was over 10,000.
I think we had medical expenses. We had a lot of medical expenses. And then we had credit cards that were maxed out. I want to say we had three credit cards that were like up there, and one that was like random. You had a Home Depot credit card. We had Care credit cards for our dogs, a Capital One card, and a Chase. And then that's separate. Then we had our 2-car leases. So it was a lot. I don't know the exact dollar amount, but it was over $10,000 when we started. Of course, not including our house, not including the mortgage payment, but we had a lot. It was a lot to us. Now, you hear about watching Dave Ramsey, and you hear the debt-free screams of people paying off hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's so inspiring to hear their stories that they paid it off in like 48 months, or I'm like, what in the world? How did they pay it off in 2 years? Like making,
I know.
what did you do? Like, they were disciplined, and it doesn't matter what size income that you have. You can make sacrifices, be strict on your budget, and you can work towards your goals to do anything. We're getting some questions live, so let's see. When you turned in your lease, you didn't owe anything? No. We did owe. The lease was up in April, I think is when we were supposed to turn it in. So we still had payments, or an amount that we owed for the lease part. And then there's an amount that we owed for the excess miles. But we received a blessing that came to us, and that was specifically for that car payment, for the total amount to pay off. So we're using that to cover our car lease and what we owe. So that's been a big blessing, and we didn't expect that. It was very unexpected. So it's just to say something about tithing. I've said this in a lot of my videos. We are big tithers. My husband, you're a big tither. You've always been. You've always tithed.
Since I had my first job.
And we've noticed that when we give, we receive so much more in different areas. It's not necessarily monetary. You receive relationships, opportunities, because you give. So it's really a spiritual thing, but that's a whole other topic. I'd be interested to hear if you guys would want to kind of hear our stories of like our perspective of tithing and giving, and really what that means to us on a personal level and a spiritual level. But so that's that. What are you guys deciding how you will use this extra cash from the lease?
Well, right now it'll be for debt.
Well, we have to save for emergency.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying
But the extra.
it'll be for paying off the debt that we have, the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we want to pay that as soon as possible. Our plan was to have it paid by June, is it, or July?
I think June.
By June.
Yeah, which we can.
Yeah. So by June, if we work at it, we'll be debt free, except our house. So.
Oh, you had answered the question already
Well,
before about that question.
what is
She says, "Oh, okay." Emma just answered the question before.
Okay.
New subscriber here,
Yeah.
Martha. Thank you for subscribing. But question, hi guys. I'm new here. Do you pay credit cards and then cancel them? Yes.
Oh yeah.
I've canceled all of them but the one that has the balance.
Yep.
You haven't gotten around to calling all of the ones that have a zero balance.
No.
They're paid off.
Yeah.
So right now the only credit card debt is in my name. And what I did, which Dave Ramsey may not agree with this, but we had a credit card with a balance and it kept accruing interest. So we would pay and then every month we will get $30 interest service charge or whatever. And so it seemed like we weren't making a dent on that. So we talked and I'd asked him, what do you think if we were to do this whole balance transfer? Because at my job, they had a promotion, 0% interest for 22 months, I think, 23. So it's almost 2 years. Wait, almost
2 years.
Almost 2 years. So that would help us save more money and not have to pay so much. So we decided that we were going to roll that over to the 0% and then make the payments on that one card and focus just on that. So we don't use credit, but we do have credit cards. Like I have that one. I cut everything up. Like we cut up all of our credit cards.
That one, we're gonna cut it up.
Well, yeah.
The one you have, we're gonna eventually cut it up.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. We just cut them, and then we don't get them anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Martha, I do the envelope. I love it. I save so much, and couponing is a great help. So, okay, let me share a backstory of couponing. I was an extreme couponer. Like, we would save so much money on our grocery shopping. Like but it just took so much time and research. And it's just, I don't know. Hi, how are you? Hello. So if you're here, because I see that there's people on, say hello and then say where you are from. I already know that there's someone here from Australia, which is awesome. So I'd love to hear where you guys are from if you're just tuning in. And then also on the replay, because I know this is going to be on the replay. What in the hell?
What was that?
There was a pop. I don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
My dogs are freaking out right now because... Delilah, please. Oh gosh. Oh, couponing. So, if you don't know, which you probably don't, because he hasn't really talked about himself very much. So, tell them what your biggest, weakness is in food.
Cereal.
Ooh, people are saying. Oh, somebody's from Virginia, Keto Life Keto. Garden Fox, California. How is it there? We would love to go to California. That would be so cool. KRK Life is from Miami, born in Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Hi from Rhode Island,
Rhode Island.
born in Portugal.
Cold over there.
Hawaii.
Ooh.
Ooh. Anyways,
Hawaii.
he loves cereal. So one of the biggest things that I was able to coupon for was
Cereal. I'm not even paying attention. I would get cereal, so much of it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I grew up eating cereal. I had an uncle that worked at Kellogg's. He was like
Oh yeah.
pretty high up in Kellogg's, at Kellogg's. So any cereal that got like, the boxes when they print them or something, if it came out like discolored or crooked or something, they discard all those boxes and they would throw out the cereal. There was sometimes bags that were only like halfway full, so my uncle would take them and he would bring literally boxes of cornflakes and Frosted Flakes.
And that's what fed his addiction.
And I mean, since I was a little kid, all of us, he would send it to us, to my cousins. Like, we all grew up eating cereal. Like, even to this day, we're all like, the youngest one out of us, the cousins, the older cousins, is like, Johnny's 28, I think. So we're all like 28, between 28 and like 33. And we'll all sit together in a table and eat like Lucky Charms.
So let me just share my experience with his family. So we were in New Jersey because he has family in New Jersey, and I think we were there for a wedding. I don't remember.
For
it was
Johnny's wedding.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was upstairs, or I was in one of the rooms, and I come out. It's late at night. It's past, like, at that time I think it was like past 11. So I get out and I'm like, where is everybody? What's going on? And I look, I see all these grown people around the kitchen table with bowls of cereal, like.
We had them all on the table. It was like Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and we're all eating. We're adults, like married, and
yeah, like I'm like, you grown people eating cereal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a serious thing.
There is no age for cereal. Okay.
So, well, back to questions. This is something that I get asked on my videos, on the comments. And they say, how do you budget as a couple? And how are you guys on the same page? And so what would you say to that? Like, if somebody asks you, like, how is it that you can stay in line with our budget and with our goals?
How?
Yeah.
Because it works. It works. I mean, when you budget and you make a plan, like, you realize that you actually have more money than you thought. Sometimes, so many times we found ourselves being tight or something, and just making a budget and having every dollar have a place. You're kind of like, wow, I didn't know we can do this, or I didn't know we could do that. I didn't know we had all this extra. Like, ooh, we can go out to eat or something. You know, when it's planned out, it just makes sense, and it works. It really does work.
Yeah, and we budgeted. We budgeted, and I do the whole bunch of quotes because I would write it on paper on a notebook.
I'm seeing your... Because it's like...
It's delayed. We
It's
have it on the
delayed by a
screen.
little bit, and I saw you go like this. You looked funny.
So we would like write things out on a notebook. And I remember the one time that we budgeted, I felt in my spirit, I need to budget for an emergency.
Oh yeah.
And this was like right in the beginning of our marriage. So this is 7 years ago. I wrote out and I'm like, you know what? We were in our 1-bedroom apartment. And we're writing out our bills, you know, we got rent, we got all of these things, you know. And I'm like, Emma, I feel like we need to set aside something for an emergency. And mind you, we did not have a savings account. We had $0 in savings in the beginning of our marriage. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. No money for emergency. But something in my heart and my spirit, I'm like, we need to save for an emergency. And I feel in my heart it has to be $150. So he's like, well, we have it in the budget. And I said, yeah, we have, I don't know how much it was. We have X amount of dollars. Well, yeah, let's set aside $150 for an emergency. Let me tell you what happened that day. We were at a church retreat going sledding.
It wasn't a retreat. It was like a day.
A church like date outing.
Yeah.
And this guy, he finds.
We were sledding. Okay.
We were
We gotta
sledding.
explain what the
Sledding
thing was.
on no snow.
The
That junk was
church-
ice.
Listen, the church would do every year this thing called Winter Wonderland, and we would go sledding. Like we would rent this little cabin thing, and then, like, I think you had to walk like a quarter of a mile or something. There was a big hill, and we would sled. So I got the brilliant idea of snowboarding down the hill. And this day we went, it had snowed, but then there had been a couple days where it kind of warmed up a little bit.
And it melted.
So a lot of the snow melted, and then what happened that day we went, it was cold again. So then some of the stuff that
froze.
melted, it got like super hard. And in the bottom, there was like pure ice. So there was like this, one of the kids from the church brought this snowboard, and I said, let me see it. I'm going to do it. Because I used to skateboard. So I said, oh, I can do that. That's easy. So I got on it, and I'm going down. I'm going fast, too. And then at the end...
And I'm at the bottom of the hill watching him do this.
At the end, I hit... I don't know what I hit, but I flipped forward, and I landed on the ice on my shoulder. So, like, my whole... I'm, like, in the air, and my shoulder just hits...
Oh, my
I land on
God.
a piece of ice.
And I just see him, like, laying there, like,
I thought I had broke my,
and I'm like,
my
oh
shoulder.
my God, running. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, it hurts. Like
I couldn't even move it.
It hurts. He
It
couldn't
was
move
like
it.
this,
So
and
I'm
I
like,
couldn't
oh
move
my
it.
God. The same day that we did this budget and we planned out $150 set aside for an emergency, this happens. So I'm like, we need to go to the hospital. Like we gotta get you examined. They have to do an x-ray or something. So we take him to the hospital, emergency. And he goes through.
You still haven't gotten over this, haven't you? You still feel some kind
I
of
feel
way
some kind of
about
way.
This is so long ago.
So we get to the hospital. He is seen. He's examined. They did X-rays, and then they gave him a sling.
Yeah.
And at the end, they hand you your little bill for reviewing your discharge. So he's looking at the bill and what the copay is, and he's like, Lizzie.
It was $150 exactly.
It was $150. Like, so that was the first experience of our quote unquote budgeting experience 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I see people have commented, so let me go through here.
We didn't show Enzo last time, remember?
Oh, we didn't.
We
You
couldn't-
guys haven't seen our babies. You saw
Well, you saw
Delilah.
They didn't see Enzo.
But this is our other baby. This is Enzo. This is our papi. He's our baby.
I don't see his face. Look at his face. Look at his face.
He needs a haircut, sorry. But we like him with long hair.
He's the cutest thing.
He's cute.
The nice dog.
Okay.
Okay.
So back to the comments. I know some of you have been commenting. Hi from Arizona. I'm really interested in being debt free this year. Awesome. I can't wait to try the cash envelope method. I have a $5,000 repo and a $2,000 credit card debt. So let me just say that starting now is the best way to go.
Yep. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for next week. Don't wait for, just do it. Just start. Get the Every Dollar app and make a budget and make a plan. And just like Dave Ramsey says, punch it in the face.
Punch it in the face.
Just do it.
Yes.
You gotta be strict. You gotta stay committed. You know, and it's hard because sometimes like you want to go out, you want to do stuff, but it's gonna feel so much better when you pay this off. It's gonna be so worth it.
Agreed with that 100%. I've been couponing for years. I've learned to buy just what you need and sending love from beautiful California. Yes. What I did whenever I had extra, I would give it to our church because they had like they would give to the homeless. So I would do that.
That's nice.
I am 35. Good job where I can support myself with no problem. Single. Own my own house. No car payments. I have debt mostly by supporting them. And they don't follow my discipline. And it frustrates me. Love them to death. They are my life. But sometimes I need to feel a little sad about it. I pray about it, by the way, from Miami. Okay.
Miami.
So these are your kids?
I'm assuming.
My family. Okay. So do they work? Is there any way that they can contribute so that it's not all on your plate, possibly? I don't know your situation personally, but I know that our family growing up, we weren't I'm not saying that you're handing them things, but we had to do stuff in order to receive like help from our parents. If that makes sense. Am I making sense?
No, I don't know what you said.
So she's supporting her family, and so she has debt mostly by supporting her family, and it frustrates them. So I don't know what you.
I feel like, to me personally, this is Emma talking. Like it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, that's enough. Like with your family, like your sister, your older sister, she would ask for gas money or something, and always she asked for gas money a lot. So it got to a point that after like the 6th, 7th time, I told Lizzie, that's it. We're not gonna give her no more money. Huh?
What are you saying that about?
Your older sister.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm like, okay, that's it. We're not gonna do it no more. So if she asks, we'll say we don't have it. I'm just, that's the type of person I am. I'm just like, that's it. I just say no. And not everybody can say no, but I can.
And now
and I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult. I don't know everybody's situation, but it can't go forever, is what I'm trying to say. There has to be a point where you just say, all right, I can't do it anymore because, you know, I have my own things.
agree, it's good giving, but everything has a limit.
See?
Yeah.
Everything has a limit.
Yeah.
You have to get to that point where you just have to get over your emotions and just say, okay, I can't do it no more.
Garden Fox, I do have an Instagram. It's naturally Lizzie0922. So, just so you know. Okay, when we're talking about the babies, they said my son said I thought they were talking about a real baby.
These are babies to us.
These are our babies. They're our children. Okay, that's our firstborn. and Delilah, and Enzo's our second. Let's see. Thank you. It's hard. I tend to say next check I'll give more, but that never ends up happening. So I have to learn to discipline for the good. Yes.
Yeah.
Christy, I did get your Christmas card. I'm sorry I didn't send anything back. It's been crazy, but thank you. I do have it. That's very nice. I've gotten a lot of notes and things. She's like clearing her throat. She does that sometimes. Sorry. Delilah.
Hey, our dogs are older.
Our dogs
so
are
they
old.
make noises
Yes.
that other dogs don't make.
I'm sorry.
Then we're disturbing the peace.
Okay, so Christy, she agrees with you what you said, that she says that she doesn't have it. Like when people are... Now, let me just say, it's good to give.
Mm-hmm.
If God blesses you with income, and by the way, God does bless you with your job so that you can receive income so that you can pay your bills. God is the owner of the silver and the gold, but that's a whole other story, whole other topic. We won't get into that too much today. But having income, and if you have like an abundance, it's meant so that you can save some and give some.
Yeah. But also, if I know that somebody needs it needs money, and they're the type of person that they are super unwise with money, they don't know how to work with money, and they get paid and they go to the mall instead of paying their light bill, I'm not giving them money. That's me, you know? It's like, okay, you're in your situation because you don't know how to use your money wisely. But if it's somebody that you know, okay, they're really tight and they're really struggling, and they paid their bills and they literally have $5 for the rest of the week, and they have kids and they don't have food in the pantry, you better believe I'm going to help them. You know what I mean? So there's been situations where there's been people that have asked for our help, but then we know how they are with their money, and I just say no. I say we don't have it. So, you know.
Or that it's not in our budget for that. I'm sorry.
And one time we gave to somebody, I'm not going to say any names or anything, but we gave to somebody because they were in need, and they had a baby girl. She was only a few months old. So we're thinking, yeah, let's give them because they have a baby and they need to buy, stuff for the baby. And I think it was the following day, Lizzie and I went to Applebee's to eat, and there they were at Applebee's. So I'm kind of like, I thought you didn't have money, So it's like what we gave them, they used some of it to go out to eat, which it kind of, I felt a certain kind of way about that, It's like if you're tight, then just save that for later, So since that point, we never gave
my
to
mom's
them again.
pastor said that's filling a bag with a hole, helping people that won't help themselves. Absolutely agree with you.
Yeah.
I am Catholic and I truly believe, and because I work 2 jobs and always too tired, I can't afford tithes, so I do offerings even if it's $5 every paycheck. And I hope he sees my love. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to giving,
it's all about the heart, like.
Yeah, it's just the intention behind it. Because somebody can give $1 million, but they give it with not
not a like humble heart or
not with good intention. They're kind of just like, oh, I want to give this because I want to show off, or oh, I guess I have to give this. Then that's not the way God wants you to give something. He wants you to give cheerfully. So if somebody will give $1 cheerfully, that means more than somebody that gave $1 million. So.
My heart.
What is it?
Doing this live and working at the same time. Oh, you're working right now? Oh my gosh.
Don't get fired. What else?
Emma, you're speaking nothing but facts. My cousin is irresponsible like that. So that's one thing. And what, let me kind of put it in this perspective that people, they can see that somebody's not struggling, or they'll see that, they're a young couple, they have a house. Right now I share our finances and things online, and we're very open about that, because I think that by being open as millennials, about our budget and how we make wise choices with what we're given, people can see and they can say, well, they have they have money. Let's be honest, we don't, at this time, at this point of us recording this, we don't have anything set aside for our retirement.
Right.
Okay? That's our future, but we're working towards that. That's our goal.
Yeah.
So we have to take the baby steps, like Dave Ramsey says, so that we can put 15% of our income for retirement. So we don't have all of this wealth like some people may think that we do, being outsiders looking in. You don't know what's going on in our house. I don't know what's happening in your house. I don't know I may have my budget shared online, but you don't know the behind the scenes, day-to-day decisions and choices and things that happen and pop up in our life that we have to be wise and think, how are we gonna work through this as a couple? How are we gonna take the necessary steps so that we can put tires on my car because I had a big old chunk missing out of it? Or we had an engine issue with his car that we bought. Are we gonna sell the car? What are we gonna do? What is the right thing to do in this situation? What's wise? So at this point in time, we're not wealthy. We're comfortable.
Let me just go from that is, I don't know why it is people think wealth is having money. They think of wealth and they think of material things. Oh, this person has a big house and a nice car, they're wealthy. I don't believe that. Wealth is not having things. I think wealth is having wisdom. I think wisdom, you actually have more wealth than somebody that has things. That's what wealth is to me. Having wisdom, just, family, being connected with people, loving people, having good relationships, being in a good church, having a good relationship with God. That's what wealth is to me. What did they say?
So this comment touched me. Lady B says, I have a comment completely off topic. The way he looks at you and listens to you, he loves you beyond words. Warm wishes. I love you.
I do too.
Okay. They knew I had money saved. When they had emergency, they would come to me and borrow. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me read the last comment. I'm 47 and my parents couldn't afford to eat something, and my sister would hit the mall with my mom, and towards the end of the week she had money for bread, and after tax season they would go out to the malls and spend it all. I would save my tax refund for emergencies. They knew I had saved the money, and when they had emergency, they would come to me to borrow the money. Right. You have no idea how many times I have seen, working at the bank, this is in New York, I would see people that I knew personally. They had an account with us, and I would see their refund. You know what people are doing and what type of lifestyle they have based on their account. And of course, I don't go snooping, but they did a transaction, and I saw what they had in a refund, and this individual had over $7,000 in a federal tax refund. And in New York, you get a federal and you also get a New York state refund. So they not only got the over 7,000 tax refund federal, but they also got a little over 1,000 in New York state tax. So let's just round that up to maybe a little over 8,000.
Yeah.
And this individual went, and all I could see, because I saw all of the transactions when they wanted me to do something for them, on that first screen, I just see mall. I see like Macy's, JCPenney, $200, $400 for like Best Buy. So they're buying like TVs, they're buying Jordans, they're buying unnecessary things. If you receive a big refund like that, which is great, wonderful, be wise with your refund. So this is actually a perfect topic, being that it's January.
Right.
You are now getting your W-2s. You are now prepping for submitting your taxes and possibly getting a refund. I just recommend, please be wise with the refund that you receive. Put it towards your starter emergency fund, $1,000. If you have debt, pay off your debt. Pay off your debt, because then your money will not be going out. You will end up keeping it and you'll have more income. That's just my recommendation. I don't know. I know you have passion about.
I can go all day about that.
That can be a whole other topic. If you guys want to hear our opinions, you have questions about taxes. I'm not a tax expert by any means. However, we have submitted taxes for a small business that he had in New York. So we have some kind of small knowledge of how we prepped for that and what we did not expect in our lessons learned for taxes. So if you guys want to hear our input on another live video, I think it's easier for the both of us to sit down and do lives than me doing this whole editing thing. I kind of like the engagement anyways. So let's see. I'm sorry, people, I'm like trying to go through the comments. Oh, how do you guys feel about sharing your financial journey and people in your actual life, church people, for instance, become aware of that side of your life?
Read it again.
How do you guys feel about sharing your financial journey?
Oh, how do we feel? We feel excited when we tell
people.
people. I mean, all of our friends from church know. They know Lizzie has this YouTube channel. You know, and actually a lot of our friends, or most of them, I think almost all of them, have taken financial peace, and a lot of them are debt free.
Yeah.
So they're kind of in the same boat as us.
Yeah, they're same mindset.
Same mindset. I know one good friend of mine, they buy cars cash. They don't have car payments. They don't have credit card payments, or they're actually debt free except their house. So, and they're much younger than us. So, you know, our circle of friends, you know, they take that serious too. They don't have debt. So, it's really good. Because the people you surround yourself with really make a big impact in your life. So
Yeah.
it kind of keeps us going.
Yeah. Yeah. So important to have the same mindset. Absolutely. So, but of church people, for instance, to become aware of that side of your life. Do you mean like the fact that we share this online, or that we do cash budgeting and are on a debt-free journey? Because our church is actually doing Financial Peace University, and I am a coordinator for Financial Peace University, along with two other like co-coordinators. And so they're excited, the people that we go to church with, they're really excited and they're pumped for being debt free and working to being debt free. Some of them, however, have made comments that they don't follow the Dave Ramsey and they don't agree. I've gotten that from a few people saying that they just don't like Dave Ramsey and they don't like his method. So do whatever you want to do. I'm not one to push anybody to do things that they do not like. It's obviously working, and he has helped
It only
thousands of
It only
people
works. It does. I mean, he's
become
become a millionaire because of his methods, and he's helped other people not only become debt free, but also become millionaires because of his method. So it works. It's just some people just don't like the way he presents it. He's like
He's
straight to the point.
very direct.
He's direct. He doesn't care, and that's what I love about him. That he just like says it how it is.
LaShawn is on.
Yeah.
Hi, LaShawn. Me and my husband had 15 credit cards,
Wow.
and we are down to 5.
That's amazing.
What?
That's great.
Oh, girl, this taxes refund is going all towards credit cards.
That's
hashtag mindset. Mindset. So
it's a mindset.
So if you
Somebody
go back to,
I just saw the arm like that.
I did, but nobody knew who it was, so that's why I said it.
What?
The comment.
Oh.
So what was I saying?
I don't know.
About refunds? Oh my gosh. Mindset. If you watch the first video that I've uploaded, I was talking about like the 5 tips on financial freedom, or I don't remember the title of it. But I talked about number 1 is having a change of mindset, because it really all starts there. If you have your mindset to achieve certain things, it will work. So,
It's all a mindset.
it really is.
With everything.
Yeah. So, well, we're gonna wrap this up because it's been about an hour, and I didn't want to go too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this live, and you feel encouraged to continue on your financial freedom journey. And we'll probably do this maybe every other week. I don't know. It depends on our schedule. But I do enjoy doing these lives and interacting with you guys on like a personal level. And I know you guys enjoy hearing from Emma. But
real quick, talking about the mindset thing, there's this lady, she has a bunch of videos on YouTube. She does like kind of like sermons, I guess, or talks. Her name is Dr. Caroline Leaf. Listen to her. She talks a lot about like your mind and how much influence your mind has on, you know, how you're feeling or how your life goes, kind of thing. So it's like she kind of teaches you how to change your thoughts and all that kind of stuff. And she's a Christian lady, so she kind of does it in like a biblical perspective. So she's really good. Dr. Caroline Leaf.
another YouTuber actually had a video today about how you manage when the other partner is not on the same mindset. What do you suggest?
Read it again.
Another YouTuber had a video about how you manage when the other partner is not on the same mindset. And what would we suggest?
I suggest you just keep doing it. like if, let's say, Lizzie was into budgeting and I wasn't, I would say just keep doing it. Keep doing it and doing it. And there's going to come a time where eventually that other person's going to come around because, like I said before, budgeting works. It works. And I mean, I would say kind of try to include them in a way, you know, like try to include them somehow. You know, just say, hey, you know, I'm doing the budget. Would you like to see it? Would you like to see where our money's going, or stuff like that? Like before, I didn't really. Lizzie would budget, and I didn't mind. I didn't really care, but I wasn't really like into it like she was.
Aware of things.
And then one day she just comes and gives me, I think it was like $20 or $30 or something, and I go, "What is this for?" He's like, "Well, that was in the budget. You get this for yourself, and then I get some for myself." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So you know, it kind of got me more interested in like, let me see what she's doing over here. So
yeah, and then what's helped us is because, you know, we're kind of sometimes doing our own thing when we get paid and stuff, but I always tell him, look at the every dollar because everything is in there, and let me know if you want to change anything, because I'm the nerd and he is the free spirit. If you don't know what that is, reference Dave Ramsey and I will tell you all about it. But I'm the nerd when it comes to our budget, and he's kind of like, you know, I'll be there. So that's kind of how our budget meetings go, is I'm like, I did the every dollar, go and look at it and let me know if you want to change something. So that's kind of how we do it. It doesn't have to be formal. So yeah, but I think we're gonna say goodnight. Yeah,
I guess so.
I think this is gonna wrap up today's live Q&A. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. I hope you enjoyed, and let me bring baby up. So we're gonna say bye. Look at him.
He looks cute.
He's like making all these noises. But bye from us, and we'll see you in another video. Bye, guys.